Hey everybody, do you know what today is? It is laundry day today. I'm going to be talking about confidence, what it is and what it's not, and especially in relation to social anxiety because that's something that I see a lot of people lay claim to. So let's just throw it out there. So confidence, in its simplest definition, is going to be well, it comes with adequacy in any given subject. It's a knowledge, it's a level of adequacy in anything. So the myth of confidence is that some people have it and some people don't. You just you're confident or you're not, right? You're social or you're not social, and it's really taken for granted that these are things that are learned in practice. Something like dealing with social situations, going to parties or talking to people that you don't know, introducing yourself, so forth, are pretty tense. And actually, it's a skill. Throwing someone out there in a social situation they're not familiar with, and just saying, "Be confident, you can do it." It's kind of like putting someone at a piano who's never played it before with a Rachmaninoff piece and telling them, "Just be confident. You'll play this piece." Like, it takes practice, right? To learn a music piece, it takes practice. You play it really slow, you mess up, you have someone, teach you. And the same with social situations. It takes practice. It takes going out there, trying it, failing, looking like an idiot, and then just keeping at it. I can say for myself, I've never been too social. I never really enjoyed, being in social situations. And what kind of got me through that was just working retail. I would go to my job, 3, 4, 5 days a week, and I would have to talk with people. I would have to make sales pitches. I would have to, learn how to deal with rejection. I worked at a restaurant, would have to walk right up to people. So all these things that I never really enjoyed doing, answering phones, I had to. I had no choice. It was my job, right? At some point, I needed the paycheck to pay the bills, So that's what's helped me. It's helped me overcome a lot of anxiety, so to speak, about social situations. Now, granted, I'm not, a master in social situations still. I don't, enjoy going to huge parties and all that, but it helps. It's kind of like what old people say when they're like, "Oh, you young kids are always on your computers, and that's why you have all these social problems. You're not out there talking to people." That's kind of true, except it's not really your fault. That's just the world that we live in is really geared towards this more solitary lifestyle. We can do everything online, and we don't need to interact with people. And because of that, our ability to interact socially goes down. That requires you to go sort of above and beyond, if you want to be okay in social situations. And really when I'm talking about confidence, this applies to everything. Public speaking, playing an instrument. It just takes practice. I think we take for granted what abilities are learned and developed over time. It's like going to the gym for the first time and then, saying that you're weak because you can't lift 200 pounds. Like, of course you can't. You have to work up to it. You have to work up to these social situations. I've worked jobs where I've had to approach people. I've worked jobs where I've had to fill out government paperwork. I've had jobs where I've had to, make emergency phone calls and blah, 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 things that I don't enjoy doing. But I do them, and it shows, okay, I'm capable of doing this. And through that, my confidence grows. And there's a good reason why, we're not completely confident in all these things. An analogy I heard is you're in a plane and the pilot passes out. The plane starts to go down. Someone jumps up and they're like, "Oh, I can fly this plane and I'll save us all." And you're like, "Great, like there's another pilot on board." He's like, "Well, I'm not a pilot, Well, do you know how to fly a plane?" "Not really, but how hard can it be?" That's someone with a lot of confidence. And then say you have a pilot in training who's sitting there and is like, "Well, I've learned how to, I know the theory, I'm not too well practiced, blah, blah, blah." Who's more likely to fly the plane? The person who's not confident, right? That extreme confidence of like, "I can do anything," is going to get everybody killed. So, it's generally a good thing that we're not overly confident all the time. Granted, some people probably are, but and this isn't to say that your anxieties are unfounded, that you can just get over them. Some people's anxieties are pretty extreme, and all the practice in the world is not going to get over it. But that's really up for you to decide. I'm not here to say who's full of shit and who's not full of shit, who can do this, who can do that. That's for you to decide. If this is something that you want to pursue, if building confidence is something that you want, then go for it. But know that it's going to take trial and error and a lot of failing. You can't get better at something unless you fail at it. That's how you learn lessons. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Hope for the best. Go out, kick ass, become confident, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.